Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Very honest question. When it comes to the five universals, how many of you really understood or understand what's going on? Put your hand up. All right. How many of you still struggling? Put your hand up. Be honest. All right. All right. So if I ask you a question, the girls who didn't put their hand up or the boys who didn't put their hand up, if I ask you a question, you're going to answer? All right, so I'm going to ask again, how many of you still struggling with the five universals? That's better. That's better. See? Being honest is always better. Now, I'm going to repeat some of what we studied last week and the week before. Please make sure that you're paying attention. For the new sisters, this is the only subject that you really need to catch up on. If you don't catch up onto it, you are really going to be in the dark. You need to put effort. I sent out a message yesterday. If you want the recordings, message me with your Gmail. Only a few of the sisters did so. And I know for a fact that some of the sisters were not here from the beginning. So I don't know how you're going to catch up. Unfortunately, I've only got a small amount of storage in the Google Drive, so I can only do a few at a time. So you download them, I upload others. You download them, I upload others. I don't know if there's another. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. It's a good idea. I'll never do that, but that's a good idea. So please make sure, my sisters, especially the new ones, make sure that you message me so I can send you, or else you're not going to benefit, because everything is related to everything else. With the other subjects, you catch up, you don't catch up, that's your choice. But with this, you have to catch up. That's the requirement, right? Now, let's make sure that we have a good understanding of the five universals. Remember, this is all about definition. It's all about what we can say dictionary work. Dictionary work basically means that you want to know the root word, you want to know the origin of this word, you want to know the functionality of this word. Why is that so important for the logician? It is important for the logician because you are going to be using these words in your arguments, in an argument. So in the formula of the arguments, you need to make sure that the wording is correct. That the wording is correct. Ali, turn off the, what's his name, please? Okay. I'm going to be writing all of this in Arabic. You can write it down as well if you have any questions on what they are. These are all, common terminology that we've used. So I'm sure you'll pick up on them very quickly. Al-Alfaz, which means statements. You've got mufrad and you've got murakkab. What's mufrad mean? Singular. And murakkab means? Huh? No. Murakkab is compound made up of, right? Murakkab, right? What's plural in Arabic? Jam'. Okay? Paying attention. Then we've got something which is called kulli. What's kulli again? Universal. Al-Kulli is universal. Then Kulli is divided into further two. Can the girls see it on the ish? What's that mean? Turn off the lights. All right, here, Kulli. We're going to do that here, okay? Kulli is divided into two, right? Kulli that is dhati and Kulli that is aradi. What's dhati mean? Essential. And aradi means dhati is essential and aradi is accident, right? There are three dhatis and there are two aradis. There are three dhatis and two aradis. The three dhatis are the jins, the fasl, and the naw'. Right? The jins, fasl, and naw'. Jins, fasl, and naw'. Jins was genus. The fasl was, what was it? Differentia. Right? And the naw' was species. Thank you. And the naw' was species. So, using a simple example of, for example, al-Hayawan. Al-Hayawan is a jins. Al-Hayawan is a jins because under al-Hayawan comes multiple different types of categories, right? For example, horse. For example, human. For example, lion, right? Then from that we have a naw', which is a species, and one animal species is al-insan. One animal species is al-insan. Then we have what we call fasl, which basically means what distinguishes that from something else. So a distinctive characteristic to this species. A distinctive characteristic to this species, which is the neighing of a horse, the roaring of a lion, the cock-a-doodle doing of a rooster. What'd you say? So be the wise person. It's up the back there. What's his name? Dia. Someone said Dia? Rooster. And the rational side of a human being, the nataqiyya of a human being. So what makes the human being distinctively different? The human being's nataqiyya, the human being's ability to rationalize. Right? Is that clear with everyone? So, dhati means essential. Can you remove the roaring from a lion? Can you remove the nataqiyya, the rationalizing from a human being? No, you cannot do that. It is not possible because they are essential to the human being. They are essential to that particular animal species. Then we have things that are not so essential. that are not so essential, that are accidental, like color, like al-Katibiyya, like writing. Can there be a human being who cannot write? Or can there be a human being who cannot rhyme, can't deliver poetry? Huh? It's possible. Because these are accidental, these are aradiyat, these are not essential to the very existence or definition of a human being. Right? Right? Okay. Now, we said that when it does come to describing the human being or describing these particular cases, in sometimes, right, you look at them in what it is that they have as far as their kulli side is concerned. Kulli. Sometimes the kulli, the universality of it is logical, sometimes it is natural, sometimes it is rational. And that's what it means at the end of that discussion, in there being kulli tabi'i, kulli mantiqi, kulli aqli. And each one of them, of course, is very, very obvious in its meaning. So kulli is divided into three different types. Kulli, which is mantiqi, and kulli, which is tabi'i, and kulli, which is aqli. Beautiful handwriting. منطقي طبيعي عقلي. We good so far, everyone? We good so far, everyone? Okay. Yeah, I haven't got to that yet. Right? With aradi, I explained what aradi means. Accidents, right? They're not essential. Yani it can be without it. And they are aradi am and aradi khas. Am, like walking. Is walking exclusive to the human being? No. Please give me proper answers, okay, boys? Is walking exclusive to human beings? The answer is no. Right? What about being a poet or a writer? It's khas, exclusive for human beings. Right? What? Are you saying only human beings walk? Are you serious, Ali? He's joking, Hada. That's why I said stop joking. Huh? Okay. All right. So we all okay with this now? Let me repeat it again. Alfaz, statements, words that you use, right? They are kulli, mufrad kulli, universal. The universal, yani it is applicable to many scenarios, many cases, many individuals, right? It's either you're looking at it in it being an essential quality, dhati, or it being accidental, an accident, aradi, right? If it is dhati, then one category is jins, a subcategory is fasl, and a subcategory is fasl, right? Lower one is lower than the other. With aradi, it's aradi am, which means that it's accident, it applies to that and also to another case, right? Like walking, aradi khas, it is only specific to that particular species. Yes, Ali.
So if someone, say I said, they are walking, so if someone is in a wheelchair, would that be accidental?
What do you mean? No, it means that they had an accident. In general, we're talking about general cases, right? General cases, al-insan has the ability to rationalize. Natiqiyya. Nutq here again, as we've said before, does not mean talking. It means the ability to rationalize, yarhamakumullah. But we have some human beings who don't have the qudra aqliya, do not have the ability to rationalize. They have junoon, for example, they're insane, right? That does not remove them from al-insaniyah, but in general, that's how human beings are. A human being is usually a walking, talking, growing, thinking animal. If you have a human being that is not walking, not talking, not growing, does that mean that they're no longer human beings? No. Right? Okay. Questions, anyone? Okay. Now, in the case of our next topic, which is al-ta'rif, al-mu'arrif, Daniel, wipe this off quickly, please. Al-mu'arrif is what we refer to as the definition, which basically means what you are using to acquire that concept in your minds. What you are using to acquire that concept in your mind. That is, of course, very important stage in logic. A very important stage in logic is sifting through the information in defining what you are using in your minds. Right? I'm going to stop here because I don't want to overload you with too much things. And then, of course, we're going to have dramas as a result of that. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.